Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and we are starting yet another series on the channel. This is DC's Harley Quinn, a animated series, another show for the animated side, starring Harley Quinzel herself, Harley Quinn for this interpretation. And yeah, I've been looking forward to actually getting into this for a while now. You guys will know I did a movie reaction, my first ever movie reaction to DC's Birds of Prey, starring Margot Robbie herself, alongside many other talented actresses, and I loved it. I loved Birds of Prey. Loved the story of Harley. Loved her meeting Huntress and Canary and everyone else involved. I just loved it as an actual Harley Quinn story. As a Harley Quinn story, it was great. It was really enjoyable. I think it definitely warrants a sequel. But then I actually came across this one, this animated series, Harley Quinn, and I'm not entirely sure who's in this. I know Poison Ivy is in this. I've seen screenshots of Harley Quinn with Poison Ivy, so I am really interested to see how that stuff goes down. Because I think Poison Ivy is a character we don't see much of in the media, in like the actual animated or live action interpretations. I think live action, the only one I remember us getting is Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy in the George Clooney movie, which I think I was fond of her. I figured she did a pretty good job, and as Poison Ivy herself, she seems to fit the role fairly well. So I'm curious to see how they pull off Poison Ivy in this. And I also know King Shark is in this too. That surprises me. King Shark is not a character I ever thought I'd see Harley Quinn interacting with. He's in the new Suicide Squad video game. That is okay. That one also kind of surprised me, but it made sense if they were going to try and go in a different direction, like with the Suicide Squad. I don't know if they're going to do the Suicide Squad in this, but to my knowledge, this is going to be like a fairly kind of Harley Quinn centric kind of series. It's not going to be trying to incorporate team stuff into this. It's going to be her maybe also leading a team, but it's also going to be central to her character and not her leading like a whole other team and stuff. But yeah, Poison Ivy and King Shark are the two characters I know are in this. I think there must be others, like must be others that are important to her history and to her kind of character arcs in the actual comics. But I just want to see I want to see Poison Ivy, and I want to see Harley Quinn. But I just want to see some Harley. I just want me some Harley Quinn. I loved the movie too much, and it made me all the more excited to actually get into something like this. So I'm hoping we can all enjoy this together. I think it's been out for a while. I think season 2 has just started, but I was like, you know what? I'll start from season 1. I'm sure there's some pure gold in that season that we can all enjoy, and that you guys can do like a little rewatch of through this reaction series. So hopefully it all goes well. Hopefully we enjoy it, and then I'll catch up to season 2 or maybe season 3, given how kind of far ahead things are. But either way, hopefully season 3 is coming. But yeah, I'm excited to get into this. I know Kaylee Cuoco does the voice of Harley Quinn in this. I know her mainly from The Big Bang Theory. That is kind of where I think she was probably boosted to stardom, and it's where a lot of her kind of fame comes from. But she's been in some other stuff. So I'm excited to see how she does this too. Like her doing a comic book role for the first time is actually intriguing to me. So I want to see how she pulls that off, and I'm confident she can actually do Harley Quinn without too much difficulty. I'm sure she can actually portray this character with ease. So yeah, I'm excited to get into this stuff. So this is going to be the highlight reel, as always with the YouTube reaction. It's going to be the highlight reel. So if you guys want the full length reaction for this episode, then that'll be over on Patreon. So you can go check that out over there. But yeah, other than that, go away. Not you guys, just the annoying pop up. Other than that, not really sure there is much else to say. I think this might follow the story where she actually parts from Joker. Like the episode is called Till Death Do Us Part. So if my experience watching Birds of Prey is of any use, then I think it must follow that same kind of story. She tries to go her own path and forge her own name within Gotham and stuff. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited to get into it. After watching Birds of Prey, my hype levels are up, and I want to see more Birds of Prey, but I also want to see more Harley Quinn. So I'll take whatever I can get. So Harley Quinn, season 1, episode 1. Let's go.
Afraid of the Joker's girlfriend?
Oh yes.
So I can talk.
I need a lot of pain.
Just give it a minute, you'll go into shock. There it is.
There
So,
he
as I
is.
was saying, you better jump in the harbor right now, or I'm gonna.
Toxic gas. Laughter right here.
That's because I forgot I had the acid bomb.
But
No,
we
it's
agreed
acid.
I'm the muscle.
Acid
I do
bomb.
the hitting.
Oh, now would be a great time to do some hitting.
You're great.
King Shark. No, Batman. Batman showed up.
You, Joker.
Okay, I don't think he'd show up.
But I'll definitely get you out before breakfast. Love ya.
God damn you, Joker.
Oh, ain't he cute when he's escaping?
No. You're cancer, Quinn.
I'll never give up my pudding.
Why are you protecting a psychotic clown who treats you like garbage?
Ask the
Yeah,
guy
why
who
are you
fucks
protecting
bats.
him?
He doesn't do that.
Jim. Sorry.
I'm not telling you shit. That's when Mr. J proposed.
Till death do us part.
Told ya. After we get married, we'll take a cruise to Barbados.
The look
or
on
maybe a
Batman's
resort
face, like,
that's
damn.
all-inclusive.
They say they're all inclusive, but that's bullshit. They charge you for the towels, soap,
Jim.
top shelf liquor.
Jim.
Right. Give up the Joker, Quinn.
And as sure as I am that he fucks bats,
Okay.
I know my man will break me out of Arkham before I spend a single night.
6 months later. Jesus. Oh, the Riddler. Killer Croc. Yeah. Yeah. Poison Ivy would never give up on her.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy would never.
Good. For the record.
Oh,
you
she's in there with her.
Just give me
Okay.
15
Okay.
more
They're
minutes.
cell
Joker's
buddies.
probably
They're
still
cell
fighting
buddies.
Batman.
Yeah.
I don't know, hon.
That's even
It's,
better.
You know, most superhero.
You remember the incarceration date of porn clown over here, but not your own son's birthday.
For the last time, I'm sorry, Debbie. Come on, I know it's June-ish.
It's okay, Daddy. I brought you this cactus to keep you covered.
Life within 50 yards. No wonder your dad don't remember your birthday.
You guys are so
All I'm
mean.
saying is
Oh,
that you
9
can do
months
way
now.
better than Joker.
He's not coming.
That is just one person's opinion.
He's not coming.
Everyone's
How the fuck do
opinion.
you know that?
Everyone.
Fucking insane. Mr. J,
Oh, Poison Ivy. It's Poison Ivy. She's breaking her out.
Oh, it's you.
How did you get planned?
I ate an orange shit out of sea.
Thanks, Ivy.
Okay, let's
Oh,
go. No.
jeez.
And where is that stupid neighbor kid I hired to water them, for fuck's sake?
He quit after a week. Very unprofessional.
Really, Frank? To look for him.
Unlikely.
Oh,
What are we
jeez.
doing here? Joker's gonna
Is he
go
a
crazy
Venus
with worry when he
flytrap
tries to
of
break
some
me
kind?
out of Arkham. Something terrible must have happened to him. I hope he's okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is even
What do I
driving
have
me
to do
nuts.
to prove that Joker does not love you.
A classic misanthrope with abandonment issues who befriends plants to avoid human intimacy.
Nailed it.
Frank, you helped me.
Oh, easy. Classic abusive codependency. You just gotta show her there's no future with him and she needs to end it and find her own identity and... Oh, I see. You're smart. I know. I'm you.
The authorities are still on the hunt for
I like
missing
that
Arkham
distant
inmates
self-confidence.
Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn.
See you never!
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. She's finally doing exactly what I prayed she would.
For fuck's sake.
Much as it destroys me to say it,
Christ.
Harley, I was going to insist on breaking up because it's the only way to keep
Reverse
you safe.
psychology.
What the
This
hell are you talking about?
motherfucking
Yes, no,
arsehole.
please continue with your bullshit.
The world's
Yeah.
gone mad since you.
That's why you didn't come get me?
keeping
No,
you
because he
away
doesn't
is
care about you,
the
Harley.
only
Move
way
on
to
from him.
protect you. I'm in.
Really? Me too.
What the fuck just happened?
We're gonna need some privacy. I'm sorry. It's gonna get real gross real quick.
Ugh, I'd say it already is. God damn it, Harley. God damn you, Gordon.
Jim.
I wasn't playing with it. It's the Riddler.
He's got a riddle so funny it makes people's brains explode.
All right, kill him. But it's legally blonde or I'm out.
It's
Huh.
Sweet Home Alabama.
This day.
Wow, how did they not find these layers?
It's over, Riddler. Wait a minute.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm in the middle of doing a nose fit.
Oh, no. Oh, crap. Ivy, we could really use your help here.
Puddin', even for you, that's a lot of maniacal giggling.
Sorry, my little strung-up pheasant, but I couldn't possibly let this punctuation prick for killing bats, man. Now could I? Free the bats!
Oh, you asshole. Ivy, 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 no, Ivy. You had a chance to save her, no.
Those weren't violinists. And you
Hench.
weren't dancing with Joker. And it wasn't an engagement ring. But
A
if
grenade.
all that's true, then why'd he say
Till death do us
Yeah, because he was gonna blow you up.
Because he didn't say it to you.
Batman.
It was him all along, wasn't it? It's always been him.
Yeah, Batman. Just an opportunity to kill Batman. Yeah.
Joker never loved me. He only loves Batman.
Ivy, 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 Ivy. I see those green hands. It's Ivy.
Ivy, you saved me from the acid.
It's actually just margarita mix.
It's still kind of stingy.
Okay, that's better.
I did my part.
You know, you still got me, and I care about you so much that I spent my entire Saturday setting up something this fucking stupid.
That's true. I bet it wasn't easy.
Ugh, you know, the biggest pain in the ass was just finding 150 gallons of this shit.
I told you to get a Costco card.
And I told you I only go there once a year, so it doesn't pay for itself, Chief.
Oh, can't believe I
I
wasted
love
years of my
this.
life
This
with that
dynamic.
idiot
I love
clown.
that. I love that.
Boo, boo. I spent 10 years in a dog park. Come talk to me after St. Bernard shits on your face.
Frank, Jesus.
Oh,
Harley,
fucking
I
Frank.
love you.
I sent this idiot to shout, let's have a black.
Oh, Jesus.
Just to be clear, you don't find this charming, right?
No.
Okay.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Yeah, break that place down. Do what you did to Ace Chemicals to this place. Yeah, break it all down.
You treated me bad. You lied to me. You never loved me. I know that now.
Well, that's nonsense, Puddin'.
Oh, his henchman. His henchman. She can take him. She can take him. You got a sledgehammer. And you're Harley Quinn. You can take him.
Bring it, bitch.
Yeah.
Killer.
Kill them. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, get the bat, get the bat. There we go. Yeah, the bat. That's her thing, that's her signature. That's her signature. Ooh. Oh, very graphic. I like it. I like this. Yeah, blow the whole place up. Blow the whole place up. Take it all down. Ace Chemicals, that bitch. Mhm.
Text me what you want.
Oh wait, I'll have a green potato curry.
Yeah, but I said I just text it to me.
That you're right here.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna remember it, and then you won't like what I get you, and then you're gonna want some of mine. Just fucking text it.
They're already a couple at this point. They're already a couple.
What?
I like that. I love that. I love that to bits and pieces. That is actually that is actually amazing. That is actually awesome. I assume that's the end of the episode and they don't do stuff like post credits. If so, I will probably be screwed. I'm gonna go back and check it because I don't want to be screwed. I don't like being screwed. I'm gonna go back and avoid being screwed by checking if there are any sneaky weaky little post credits. I do not think so. Nope, that's it. I'm not screwed. I'm no longer as screwed as I thought I was. I love that. I love that to bits and pieces. I really want to see more. I want to see where that goes. I really want to see where that goes. I want to see what more we can get from Harley and Ivy. Harley and Ivy are absolutely just you can't do anything but love them. You cannot help but love them. They are already a couple at this point. They are already a couple at this point. I think that is a thing from the comics. Harley and Ivy actually are/were together in the comics. They did have like a massive arc surrounding the two of them, and they worked together for a long while. And I think at one point they were married, weren't they? I think she did actually. Ivy did. I think Ivy actually did propose, and Harley said yes. So yeah, I don't know how much of their relationship they're going to incorporate into this, but I am, again, whatever they do, I'm here for it. Whatever they do, as long as they don't put her with anyone else, I'm here for it. So yeah. But yeah, I think this is a very much this reminds me of of how Titans is run, of how DC's Titans is run. Like they take, you know, like a comic book thing, and then they kind of, you know, they maturize it, they adultify it, like, you know, it they've added that kind of mature filter to it that somewhat actually helps bring out the actual sincerity and gravity of what's actually going on in this kind of universe and in this story. So I'm glad they're not holding back. I don't need them to hold back for any kind of reason. You know, whatever they're going to show, they can show it. I can handle it. I'm here for it. But yeah, it just seems like a really fun show. It seems like a really fun show about Harley Quinn, and I think this opening alone kind of it seems like one of those kinds of shows like where like the episodes are like no longer than 30 minutes at most. I think this seemed really short. This seemed really short, but also in being short, it seemed really fast paced. So that's kind of like, it's kind of strange to react to a show like that where everything happens so quickly, but again, it's something new, and I'm here for that too. I'm here for that like a different kind of format where they kind of don't bother with stretching stuff out, but they do want to get a lot of stuff into you as quickly as possible, and also make it that kind of fast-paced show where everything's moving and everyone's evolving as quickly as possible. So yeah, and there was a lot of evolution and development in this episode. Like, this episode alone had Harley going from point A to point B like that. You know, like, it was a snappity snap. You know, like, she starts off literally being obsessed with Joker, and just, you know, again, like her her evaluation of herself is that kind of concept is what I love. Like, her, you know, looking at one picture of her as an actual doctor, evaluating Poison Ivy back in the day, evaluating Pamela back in the day, and then talking to that picture of herself, and actually, like, and from that point onwards, actually having like some kind of inner therapeutic monologue, like having her past self talking to her current self and stuff, and just seeing, like, evaluating herself, using her own skills and using her own kind of like a previous version of herself. Like, that is actually like an interaction I'm looking forward to seeing more of in the future of the show. So yeah, that's cool. But I do love with help, like how she, with help from Ivy predominantly, actually goes from just obsessing over the Joker and just, you know, depending on him no matter what, and putting just absolute utter blind faith in him, to eventually realizing Joker ain't shit. He's literally a guy who can't get anything done without Harley, and he leaves her behind when he doesn't need her. But then all of a sudden, when he does need her, he's all about his Harley Quinn. All of a sudden, he's all about his Harley Quinn. And she somewhat fails to realize that too. Like, she literally puts her blind faith in him and waits for the day that he suddenly needs her again, or, you know, just busts out for no apparent reason because he needs her to complete a plan. But then, you know, eventually she does actually realize that, you know, okay, so he's literally like, even that vision she had, even the memory vision she had of him proposing to her wasn't really a proposal. It was literally him handing her a live grenade and leaving her to be the one that would kill Batman. But then Batman even ends up saving her. And I think that surprised me, having Batman in this show. I didn't think we'd actually have other characters in this, but what I love about the other characters is, besides from Poison Ivy, everyone else definitely seems to be on the side. Poison Ivy seems to be fairly elevated up to Harley's kind of level of importance and visibility within this show, but everyone else is literally made to be a side character. So Joker especially, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed seeing a Joker as a side character for once. But yeah, Batman, I think this entire show we see the world seen through Harley's eyes. We see it through Harley's eyes. So, like, you know, so Batman is just a moody bat fucker. Apparently he fucks bats. You know, that's her favorite way to compare things. Like, oh, I'm sure about this as much as I'm sure that, you know, this guy fucks bats. So that was cool. We had Commissioner Gordon is in this, and he's crazy and a caffeine addict. He's crazy and a caffeine addict. He plays with the bat signal. He literally pulls the lever up and down. There's everything begins, everything ends, everything starts, everything dies. Like, everything lives, everything dies. And he just playing with the bat signal. He's like, oh, I wasn't playing with it. I wasn't doing anything. But yeah, I think Gordon might be my favorite out of the two of them. Out of Batman and Gordon, Gordon might be my favorite so far. Even his interactions with Harley are just amazing. But yeah, Batman is pretty cool in this. He's, you know, very minimal, but even, like, again, it's the way she sees him through his eyes. So he only ever shows up if she's up to no good, or if she's doing trouble, or if they're both present at some kind of crime. So that's cool. So we have Batman and Gordon. And we have Barbara too. We have Barbara Gordon, like, you know, Joker even mentioned having disabled his like a member of his family. So Barbara Gordon, he paralyzed her, and she's presumably now Oracle. So we had that, but then she got sent to Arkham. So we have Killer Croc. In this. We have Riddler, the Riddler. We have and we have Calendar Man. Calendar Man is not someone I think who's actually shown as much in in TV shows or movies. I think he's in the Arkham games. He's in Arkham City, to my knowledge. He's in Arkham City. He's like a side mission in that one. More like an Easter egg, more like. But you know, Calendar Man is in this, so it's cool to see him in there. Riddler is very, very present and ever unique. I don't think I've ever seen Riddler being portrayed in a comedic fashion. He's usually shown to be like a very, very enigmatic kind of psychopath, but I've never seen, you know, like this show seems to kind of, you know, again, I think it's that filter they've put onto it. Everything we see is seen through Harley's eyes, so it's why she takes so long to realize the truth about the Joker and that he doesn't actually care about her, and also why they show kind of, you know, Ivy, you know, going... Ivy, I think, I love Ivy in this. I don't know who her voice actor is, but I'm going to find that out. But Ivy in this seems really, really cool. She seems like, you know, she's there for Harley. She's definitely there for Harley, and she wants to be there. She is, you know, one of her closest friends, and she wants to be there. She tries so hard to, you know, finally make Harley realize that, you know, for one thing, Joker is playing you. He always has been. He always will. He won't ever care about you. And also the fact that she seems, you know, she knows, she believes, and she knows that Harley deserves better. Harley deserves better than Joker. She deserves someone who sees her for the brilliant, talented, smart person she is. And it's why Ivy and Harley, I think, again, they're not a couple yet, but they're already couple goals. The way they interact with each other is just beautiful. It's marvelous, and I really want to see more of that relationship blossoming. And again, if they actually are going to do a Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn relationship in this, I am here for it. I want to see how that develops, how they go forth with that. But yeah, like the Poison Ivy stuff, and she has her own apartment full of plots, like her Venus flytrap. Frank is hysterical. He ate the kid who was meant to look after him. And he ate the kid, and then he ate the parents. The parents came looking for their kid, and then he ate the parents too. Frank is hysterical. I think he is probably like, you know, knowing Harley and how she's able to control plants beyond their natural state. She, you know, found this Venus flytrap and probably enhanced him in some way. So he's now pretty much sentient, and he's just like a super duper Venus flytrap who has sass and attitude of his own. So I really want to see more of Ivy and Hank. I want to see more of that, and I think having having Frank there and having that apartment full of plant life and a kind of like, you know, like something that gives off a really, really strong kind of domestic vibe will definitely encourage more of like a domestic kind of interpretation for what like a thing between Harley and Ivy could be. Like, you know, Ivy definitely. I think Ivy even said that, you know, Harley helped her beyond what anyone else could. Harley actually helped her be normal around people again. Like, she still has her struggles, like the vomiting and stuff. I mean, she can get past it, but for the most part, she can actually do normal people stuff again, and that's because of Harley. Harley actually helped her. She helped her kind of understand what her issues were. Like, you know, she compensates for human intimacy with, you know, creating and controlling plant life. So yeah, and I think given the kind of character that Ivy is, it makes sense that she'd actually be able to see through what Joker is doing. Like, you know, Joker is controlling and he's abusive. And I think, you know, like Ivy's whole characteristic is the fact that she hates humanity because they're so controlling. They don't take care of Mother Nature and her plants, and they control where it grows and how it grows and how life itself operates. So that's one of the reasons I think she has actually like human intimacy issues, because she's not the biggest fan of humanity. So she sees through Joker stuff just like that. So she's able to actually catch on to Harley's case and actually work to convince her again, to the point where she actually uses the Riddler to set up a crime and to get Batman and Harley there, so then she can actually make her actually realize the truth about Joker, that Joker's obsessed with his own power and his own kind of victories and credit, to the point where he'll actually give up Harley if it means that he gets credit for killing Batman, because he didn't want Riddler to take it. So yeah, so then the acid turned out to be Margarita mix, and yeah, the interaction between between Riddler and between Riddler and Ivy, like, you know, oh, wouldn't have happened if you got a Costco card and that kind of stuff. The comedy in this show is that the humor in the show is actually really well done. The interaction in this are just, you know, they managed to fit so much into such little time. It actually works and blends really well. It's super, super enjoyable. So this show alone, this opening alone, got me hooked. This opening alone, I really want to see more from this, where they go with it, and how they get there and stuff. So yeah, I'm really glad I got into this show, and I'm hoping we can all enjoy this show together. Hoping we can all enjoy this first season together, and then move into whatever else the show holds. But yeah, it is some really, really great stuff. But I'm glad Harley moved on from Joker. I'm really glad Harley moved on from Joker, and I'm glad we can actually see exactly how she moves on. Like, not only like she took down all of his henchmen, like she did exactly in this. I think it's what her arc is. She actually takes down what Joker owns, what Joker builds and stuff. In this one, she took down his main lair, killed all of his henchmen, and left him alive. Because in this one, in this interpretation, she wants him left alive to see as she takes over his spot as the ruler of Gotham. So I wonder how that's going to go with Batman set around. Batman won't let any criminals take any kind of position of power in Gotham. So I wonder how it's all going to go down. But I mean, Harley, I think, you know, it actually reminds me of this this comic panel I saw earlier online where, you know, Harley and Ivy actually, you know, catch on to cases of criminals, especially abusive criminals, and they catch them and then they deliver them to Batman, so Batman can deliver them to the right authorities. So they don't do any killing of their own. They don't do any kind of, you know, too much harsh judgment, but they actually capture them. They capture them. They beat them up a little bit, and then they hand them off to to Batman to be dealt with accordingly. So I don't know if they're going to do that in this, or if she's actually going to try and be her own criminal mastermind. But yeah, I mean, Harley's not inherently bad. She's just deeply misunderstood, and that misunderstood nature was exploited and abused to hell and back by Joker. So, you know, she can be whatever she wants, you know, whoever she wants. But, you know, if there is any kind of negative thing about it, it was actually, it was born out of the Joker's abuse. So, so yeah, I look forward to seeing how it all develops and how she expands upon herself as a person and finds her own identity and her own place in Gotham City. So, yeah, so seeing how all that stuff went down was really, really cool. I think it definitely made me as happy as I was watching Birds of Prey, seeing her drive that truck into the Ace Chemicals building to finally burn down that one thing connecting her and Joker. It definitely made me as happy as that one. But I think seeing the Joker, actually having to see the Joker in this might just drive me insane. But there's Harley to actually keep me balanced too, so it's a win-win. Harley and Ivy. There's Harley and Ivy to keep me balanced even more on the better side. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. So yeah. But yeah, this is great. This was a great opening. I'm really glad I got into this, and I can't wait to see what more this show holds. And I look forward to seeing all the stuff unraveling around Harley, and also unraveling between Harley and Ivy, seeing where they take that. I think again, it's not. I personally haven't seen much of Poison Ivy in the media, so I really want to see how they pull this one off. This one seems accurate to what I've read about her in the comics, and of the comics too. So, you know, this one seems more like she's actually going to be there for Harley and be a partner for, like, be an actual partner for her, as opposed to just being like some kind of supervillain that Batman has to stop. Like, it seems like Harley and Ivy actually will be two women in this world, finding their place and also finding each other. So yeah, it seems like a really fun time. So I can't wait to see who else she maybe recruits along the way, if she actually does end up building a team. I can't wait to see who she builds along the way. But one thing I do want from this show is for it to remain Harley centric, and to kind of, you know, like, to actually show her story with some grace and poise and some, you know, just some comedy here and there, and also just showing who she is as a character and as a person. So yeah, hopefully it's a fun time. But that is pretty much all I've got from this. Again, it feels weirder because it's a much shorter kind of format. It's a much shorter format, so there's more to take in less time. But it might be more fun that way. We have to wait and see. But that is it. That is all I have from this one. So that was Harley Quinn, Season 1, Episode 1, Till Death Do Us Part. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is coming up next time on Harley Quinn. And the full-length reaction, as I said, will be over on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. And yeah, that is it. So I will see you guys next time.